Kiss me, you fool. Walter?
That's her mother.
Good.
Whoops.
Oh, wow.
Hello, Lorna, Ryan. Is this what they call bossus interruptus?
Here I was thinking you had perfect timing. Thought you were going to be gone most of the afternoon.
Evidently.
I was just updating Lorna on her mother's disappearance.
And?
Well, we've got a couple of leads. Nothing concrete, unfortunately.
Well, at least she was able to find some comfort.
Yeah. Well, listen, as a matter of fact, I was just about to go over to Corey and have a meeting on this topic, as a matter of fact, her mother. I'll call you later?
Yeah.
Great.
Bye.
Famous last words.
Excuse me?
I'll call you later. Men like to say that right before they dump you. Maybe you should consider switching brothers again, Lorna.
Set oven for 1 hour. And blah! Oh, I love just desserts. Especially flaming ones. Mr. Marshall Kramer. The defeat of the enemies of the brave and glorious Felicia Gallant. I have no enemies. You won't once I take care of Marshall Kramer. Vice President, Editor-in-Chief, Corey Book Division. Felicia! Honey, I'm home. Now, you just sleep. I'll be back at 4 for cocktails.
Oh, my God.
Yes, my name is Felicia Gallant, and I... Hello? 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 What?
Eureka! I've got it! I've always wanted to say that.
I thought you were on Vaco.
Well, I've always said one man's vacation is another man's breakthrough. No, I wasn't on vacation, Randy. I was working. I wrote a novel.
Mazel tov.
You're welcome. I have a big confession to make. I want to join the ranks of illustrious Corey authors. There, I've said it. So now that my big secret's out, I have a colossal favor to ask you.
I can only guess, Walter.
If Marshall Kramer reads my baby, I know he's gonna flip. But if he hears that a lowly mailroom clerk wrote it, he'll go into his I can't accept unsolicited manuscripts dance. So if it were to end up on his desk with the regular mail... Oh, I'd be so grateful, dear Randy.
Save your thanks for the dedication page.
Oh, I most certainly will. Say, didn't Dashiell Hammett get his start in a mailroom?
Where is he? Well, that should work. Okay, you get back to me. All right? Okay, fine. Thank you. Felicia, I'm very proud of you. Not because of the book. Turning one's life around is not very easy, especially when everyone's pressuring you to stay the same.
You should know about that. I'm also proud of you. I am. For a literary snob, I think you're an okay guy.
Hey, guys. Sorry I'm
Hey,
late.
guys, talk to us.
Listen, I talked to the lab about those 2 notes that we received from Felicia.
And?
And they found some prints.
Yes!
All right.
Unfortunately, they belong to the 3 of you as well as Felicia.
Oh.
Except for one set of prints, which we found on the first letter signed Fanny, but not the second.
That's him. That's got to be him.
No, it doesn't have to be him. That him could be a her, that him could be a them. We'll have no way of knowing until those notes go through another battery of tests.
Oh. Talk about a long haul.
Yes, it is going to be a long haul, but that is why we have to be both patient and brilliant.
Let's try to be both.
Okay, Frankie, what do you got for me?
I investigated the stationery that Felicia wrote the letter to us on.
You mean the note found at the Harbor Club?
No, the first one, telling us not to worry.
Okay.
It is manufactured by All Seasons Greetings, and in the Bay City area, it's sold in 2 shops, Rishi's and the Paper Trail.
That's the place in the mall?
Yeah, we got it.
Oh, no, it's okay. Come right in. Put it right here. So, what you're planning on doing is checking out those other 2 shops to trace the purchase of the paper.
Yep. Point 1 on my agenda for the afternoon.
All right, well, what I'm going to be doing in the meantime... Excuse me. Would you mind coming around here a second, please?
It's a 60-40 blend, but it launders well.
I'm sure it does. I'm a 100% cotton man myself.
You mind telling me what that was about?
What that was about is this. This is the button that Cass found on Felicia's floor. Well, Mr. Mailroom has the same buttons on his jacket. No, Carmen, I'm serious. You asked me and I told you the truth. I'm planning on taking the jacket to my tailor to have him make me one in tweed. Right. Thank you very much. Carmen is now on the phone to the fashion police. However, the answer to the question is, those jackets are only worn by Corey mailroom personnel. Now, this floor is tended by a Mr. Reggie Collier, who is the supervisor, and a Walter Trask. Mr. Trask is on vacation.
Walter Trask. Now, in the note that Lorna found, we were able to decipher a capital W.
Now, there's a connection.
Okay, get Carmen to print up his job history and to get his social security number. That way I'll be able to run his
Carmen,
bank accounts.
Kramer,
We'll be able to get as
I need a
much
favor.
information on this guy as we can.
I'm not sure who set me up.
But you're certain someone has.
You know, son, sometimes I think of myself as my own worst enemy.
Dad, I'm your son. You can trust this with me. Tell me the truth about what happened at the Harbor Club.
I'm innocent, Grant.
You always told me to protect my innocence.
Well, that's my cue.
You know, if I didn't know any better, Lorna, I would think you were running away from me.
Who says sensitive guys are duds? Evan, be sure to turn off the computer screen.
Oh, she's good.
Oh, I wish I could comment.
That's why I liked having her work for me, Trent. I really felt I could trust her.
You know, I hate when you talk in the past tense, Evan, because that means that I'm just about to get dirt under my fingernails.
She's not on our side, Trent. She's snooping around for something. And Carl's son has her all hot and bothered, and he's a bad influence.
Are you kidding me? She's into Ryan Harrison?
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't need to tell you this, but you've got to be careful.
I've got to get rid of her ASAP.
Thank you, Carmen.
Well,
39 Haggett's Pond Road.
39 Haggett's. Oh, man, that's on the boondocks.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't tell me that you two are actually familiar with the neighborhood.
Oh, we've been there.
Frankie, Cass, I told you guys to be careful. As soon as this thing
It was
going
part
down...
of the earlier investigation. Remember all the no-shows to the romance novel festival and the phone calls and the follow-ups and everything else?
Right. Fine. I remember. So what does this Walter Trask do out in the country?
He pretends he's Harry Windsor.
You mean, what is he, he lied about his name?
Apparently.
If I had known that, I would have come on to him much more strongly.
Come on to him?
Suffice it to say that Cass was wearing a dress when he paid Harry Windsor a visit yesterday.
I'm not going to ask.
We're going back there.
Well, I'm going to stay here. Carmen's going to pull the mailroom personnel files. I'm going to check out this Trask person's history.
Great. Listen, I've got to stay here for Lorna, then we'll be right on your heels.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, see you later.
Listen, you two, be careful, all right?
Of course.
Is that a car? No, it's not a car. God, please, I forgot to ask for a ride. God, I need a ride. I can't walk.
Well, just give me what you have. What do you mean?
Hiya, Hot Lips.
Hi. Boy, am I glad to see you.
Didn't think I'd get out of Evan's office in one piece.
Well, I thought you would. It's just, well, I like to see you in one piece. So I've got some good news for you.
What?
Remember the button that Marshall pocketed from your mother's living room floor?
Yeah.
All right, well, the mailroom staff, they actually wear these jackets, and they've got the exact same type of buttons on. Now, Walter Trask works in the mailing room, and he's on vacation right now. Now, we got an address from him, which led us to another address that we were researching during the Romantic Festival.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Lorna.
Hi, Marshall.
I wish Carmen had better news.
What did she say?
She had her assistant pull the personnel files of the mailroom people. I was particularly interested in the photo ID of this Walter Trask character.
And?
His file's missing.
He must have snuck into the personnel office.
Well, I hope that's all he's been up to.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. I figure if the guy is slick enough to steal his own personnel file, who knows where else he's been? I mean, he could have been doing who knows what in his very office.
It's convenient.
I wonder why the window was unlocked.
I think we should consider it a bonus.
Doesn't seem to be anybody here.
We don't know that yet, so...
Well, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna head upstairs and see what's going on.
Wait. What? Well, let me get my flashlight.
What?
Shh. Oh, it's in here. I put it in here. It's right under my phone. Cass!
Come on, Manny. Don't be a crybaby. Get yourself up. Come on, get yourself up. Do this. Do it. Frank. Visualization. Imagine a car, house. Oh my God.
She was here. Felicia was here. Upstairs is a kind of a... Well, the only thing I can say is it was a shrine, and it looks like he must have had her locked up in there.
But she's not there now.
No. And there's an audio tape and an empty bottle of champagne.
Oh, no.
It seems that she spent her time here writing and drinking.
Let's flip through this. Maybe she left a clue like she did when Walter made her write that phony letter. Cass? Call me crazy, Marshall, but don't you think you should be concentrated on my missing mother rather than a missing personnel file?
Did you explain to her about the Trask connection?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we just had that conversation.
So then, you know that Walter Trask may have abducted Felicia.
39 Haggett's Pond Road, right? Well, let's get out of here. The sooner we get there, the sooner we know she's all right. She's just gotta be all right. She's gotta be.
Back on the bestseller list before spring. No.
Walter, your Vaco time's ticking away, buddy.
Oh, Randy, don't remind me. Actually, I'm still here because I forgot a book I wanted to finish this weekend.
Writing another one already?
Oh, no. I'm reading this one. But say, thanks again for taking my manuscript up to Mr. Kramer. I know if I'd taken it myself, I probably would have chickened out.
No problem. Hey, the guy's such a worry wart, he'll probably read it before he goes home tonight.
Boy, wouldn't that be something? Say, it's getting pretty late. I know how much you like to be home with your family. Why don't I finish up here for you?
You are a nut, Walter.
Oh, no, I'm serious, really. I'll just sort out these memos, and I'll be gone within the hour, I promise. Bye, Randy. I'll be gone before Mr. Kramer knows what hit him.
Lorna, all we have right now are leads. That's it.
What are you doing here, Harrison? Why aren't you dragging that guy in here and finding out where Felicia is?
As a matter of fact, that's what Cass and Frankie are doing right now. They're all...
How far out of town could I be? I'm here! I'm here! Please, here! 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 Please, stop! Stop, please! Here! Here! They stopped. Thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you for stopping. It feels like I've been out here for hours.
Are you in some kind of trouble?
Yes. Yes. You see, I've been a prisoner. Well, actually, I was kidnapped at a romance novel festival, and then I was held prisoner. But none of that matters right now because you're here. And you can take me and we can get some help, and we can put Walter away where he belongs, and I can see my girls again. I know I must sound crazy. I know that. But everything I'm telling you is the truth. I swear to you. I swear. Everything I said is true. I must look pretty ridiculous in this getup. You see, that's Walter's fault. He wanted to dress me up as one of my characters.
Characters?
I'm a writer, a romance writer. Well, I used to be a romance writer, but Walter, he read my last book.
Is Walter one of your characters?
No, of course he's not. He's a crazy man who kidnapped me. Now, why would you think that?
You've been drinking. That's why.
Yes. Yes, I have been drinking. But it is not what you think it is. It's Walter, don't you understand? He made me drink so I could write. He thinks that that's important, and of course it's not. It's ridiculous that he would even think such a thing. Wait a minute. Where are you going?
No, you need therapy, lady.
No, I'll pay you. I promise you, I'll pay you. I have the money. Get down here. Felicia! Are you all right? Felicia! Felicia! Felicia!
Is Felicia all right? Did you find her?
Yes and no. What does that mean?
We think, in fact, we're almost positive that Felicia was held at Walter Trask's house, maybe as recently as this afternoon.
But she's not there now. What does that mean?
We're not sure, but if you haven't already applied for a search warrant, now's the time, Ryan.
Great. Did you guys touch anything?
We touched but didn't remove. Good enough?
It's got to be. Thanks. Great work.
I won't let you down.
That's Ryan from the car.
Kramer.
Is this Marshall Kramer at Corey Publishing?
Yes, it is. How may I help you?
Oh, actually, I may be able to help you. I'm calling about Felicia Gallen. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here. Do you know where she is? This is about Felicia.
I live across the street from Walter Trask, and I'm afraid something very funny is going on in there with a Gallen woman.
Is she still there? Can you see her?
I can't see. Hello? Hello? I'm terribly sorry. The storm's done something to these phone lines.
Listen, I'll tell you what. Why don't I call you back and maybe we'll get a better connection?
No, I don't think so. This has been happening all night. I'll tell you what. I'll call you in half an hour from the payphone. How would that be?
That would be great. I'll tell you what. You can reverse the charges if you'd like. Hello? Damn it! I lost him.
Lost who? What's going on?
There's this guy. He's a neighbor of Trask's. He said he's seen Felicia.
When did he see her? Was it tonight?
I don't know. I couldn't make out what he was saying. His phone is on the fritz. He's going to go to a payphone and call me back within the hour.
Hey, wait. You have Ryan's beeper number?
Yeah, I know it.
There's gotta be some way I can get to Marshall. I gotta tell him about the bomb. What if I don't get to him?
I don't know about you guys, but this waiting is driving me absolutely bats. Look home.
Well, Cass is right. Look, why don't you do something to help you pass the time, get your mind off things? Do some work. You'll be fine.
Hey, that's a good idea. I haven't even looked at this afternoon's mail. That's my magazine, Frank.
Like having your relatives over, Kirkland. Thanks for having Don over.
Oh, I would never keep Kirk away from his family.
Yes, yeah.
I think he likes me, Grant.
Do you?
When I was holding him, he smiled at me.
Did he? Yes. Well, I think this is all going to work out, don't you? Yeah. I think it's all going to be just fine.
Me too. I love having a baby stepbrother.
Well, I think Grant and I have to get married first.
Yeah, and after we do, it's going to be like one of the endings of your favorite bedtime stories. It's all going to work out. Let we all live happily ever after. Yes. You like it?
I'm sorry, I see a baby and I just... Oh, Vicky, I understand. I do understand. So, Jake, why don't I go out for a little while? You and Vicky could be alone. I'm sure she probably wants to talk.
You're right.
Besides, I need to get some formula and some diapers. Can you handle them on your own?
Kidding me? I'm Mr. Baby.
Let me just get my coat. Bye, Vicky.
Yeah, thanks, Paulina.
You want to hold him?
I am never gonna... Thank you.
You gonna be all right?
Oh, yeah. I'm better than okay.
Yes. We did it, Kirk. We did it. Yes. And I am never gonna let you go again. And Mommy is never going to let you go again.
No, she is not. No, she is not.
You know something, Vic? Do you think that we could, call him Mark while he's here?
No, I don't want to confuse him.
What are you talking about? He's 6 months old. What if somebody sees you or hears you? They're gonna know that this is Kirk.
Well, nobody is going to see
Babe,
us.
I love you, and see him like this every day.
Do you really expect me to let a day go by without holding my baby?
Can I ask you a question, Vicky? Do you think that I I could go to jail if we get busted.
Randy, would you lighten up, please? The whole world thinks Grant has Kirk.
That's because they didn't know that Paulina found Mark right before you came with Kirk. And once they find out...
Nobody is coming over here to give this child a blood test. What?
Forget it. I'm not going to jail. They're just going to commit me because I had to be totally out of my mind to agree to this.
To help you, man.
I'm not imagining you.
No, we're here and we're sober.
The woman in the car.
I couldn't leave you out in the weather.
Mercy bless both of you. We have to get to a phone. Hurry!
Yes.
Hurry! The man I told you about, the one who has the bomb. Oh, he's going to blow up someone I care about. Okay, please hurry.
I hate this, Cass. We should have heard from Ryan and Lorna by now.
Maybe Ryan is arresting Trask as we speak. I wish this neighbor of Walter's would call. He said he'd call within a half an hour. It's almost that now.
Yeah, well, maybe he'll be able to tell us what's going on out there. Whoa, here we go.
Marshal Kramer. Oh, yeah. Let me put you on the speaker. So, Ryan, are you at Trask's?
Yeah.
Did you see all of the evidence that we told you about?
No, and nothing's the way you described it, Cass. There's no manuscript, no champagne bottle, no articles on explosives, no signs of Felicia at all.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like Walter came home and cleared house after you left.
Well, he got the... Right. Ryan, be careful. Trask knows we're after him.
No!
You're so...
No! No! No. Something's wrong here. Something is terribly, terribly wrong.
We're all a little tightly wound these days.
Cass! Cass! Cass, there's danger in here. There's danger in here. It's very close by. It's very close by.
Shaking.
Maybe Walter's in Corey. Maybe he knows we're after him.
Well, you know someone is after him.
Cass, we have to go. We have to go. We have to get out of here. Come on, let's go. We have to go.
I have to stay here and wait for that supposed neighbor of Walter's to call.
Yes, we have to go.
You guys go. I'm gonna stay.
Marshal Kramer has about 5 minutes to put his life in order.
My heart could never be violated.
Can never be violated, Felicia.
She struggled
against Marshall.
Call my friend.
Are you sure she doesn't have any identification?
She's still ranting and raving.
Nice stress. She could be suffering from exposure.
She's drunk and confused.
She's quite agitated.
Well, let's find out why.
I am. Did you watch TV? I have my doctor. Yes. Are you? Can
Yes,
you help
yes,
me?
I'm Dr. Vogel.
Oh, thank God. You have to believe me. I've been held captive in an attic for days by this lunatic who's building a bomb. I just escaped tonight, Doctor.
No wonder
please.
you're exhausted. Look, whatever has happened to you before, you're safe now.
Yes, I may be, but innocent people could still lose it.
You mean because of this lunatic?
Yes, he seems very rational. He does, but he's
I see.
absolutely
I see.
insane.
We'll admit her, but after
No,
a preliminary
I can't
examination-
stay here. My friend is in grave danger. Please, you have to believe that.
I don't think we can get
Please, you
a
have
history,
to help me.
but
I have
try
to
and get a
go
name and
to
phone
the
number.
police. Please help me. Please.
All right. You just go along with Nurse Sullivan.
Please, can you get me to a
All
phone?
right, you people just go on home. Thank you very much, but we'll take it from here.
Please let me go. No, please, I need to make a phone. Please, you said there was a phone in here.
Absolutely.
Are you sure? No, please, I have to call the police. I have to warn them.
That's a house phone.
No, you're a doctor.
Now,
You took an oath! This thing lies! You can't lie!
Calm down! Calm down, or we'll be forced to use restraint. Draw up 10 milligrams of diet.
No, you can't me!
I'm
You can't!
just going to give you a mild tranquilizer.
No, please, you have to believe me. You have to! You have to! A bomb! My friends, I have to warn him! Please! No! Ah! Oh, no, no, please, no! Taylor, please, God!
Realize that's the way it worked. Tomas and I are so broke. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Well, times are tough, you know, KBA. Well, I can't afford overtime.
I just assumed that you
And you assumed wrong. On a lot of counts. Now you're just going to have to make do on what you earn from 9 to 5. Or you can get another job.
I thought you were going to take it easy.
I have to do this. You can put me in a straitjacket when I finish, all right? But I am going to make this call now. Back away from me.
Marshal Kramer.
Marcia,
Felicia?
I'm okay.
Honey, where are you? Honey, we love you. Do you know how beautiful it is to hear your voice?
Now listen, you have to get out of the office right now. Walter Trask, he built a bomb. You're the target. Hang up the phone! Now, get out!
Bye-bye.
You would even kill for your child. Jay, come on. I'm just asking you to keep your mouth shut. You're worth it, aren't you, Kirk? Aren't you?
There's no other way to do this, is there?
I just don't think at this point.
I'm home. Well, it looks like you guys had a nice visit.
I wonder what's left of my office. Gonna have to wait till tomorrow morning to find that out. You heard what the guard said. Nobody goes in there until the whole place has been checked out.
Yeah, I suppose Mr. Trask could have left us another little surprise, huh? Are you guys okay?
Oh,
Hey, Ryan.
Ryan, we were so lucky. We heard about the explosion on Ryan's radio.
That was really close. The thing about it is, we still would have been inside if Felicia hadn't reached us.
You spoke to my mother?
She called. She told us to clear out, that Walter had a bomb, and I was the target.
Well, where is she?
I don't know. She didn't have a chance to tell us anything else.
How did she sound?
She sounded terrified. Her voice was strained.
Well, at least she's still alive.
Listen, has anyone notified headquarters?
I took care of that. The bomb squad is on the way over. Did you get anything out of that attic?
No, nothing special, just some clothes.
Well, there's one piece of evidence that we haven't discussed yet.
What's that?
Oh, Cass.
Yes, I took it out of Trask's house.
Cass, are you crazy?
I know, and I want him apprehended and locked up as badly as you do.
Cass, taking evidence out of Trask's house is a real big investment in this guy's acquittal.
The fact is, this is the only bit of evidence that we have left. If I hadn't broken the law ever so slightly, Trask would have wiped this out just like he did the rest of the evidence.
I'm glad you broke the rules, Cass. Well, let's get a tape recorder and listen to that damn thing.
All right, you've made your call. You should feel better now.
My friends got out in time.
Well, I'm sure they did.
One more call.
No, I'm afraid that's not going to be possible.
This is not a prison.
No, it is a hospital, and you are a patient under my care.
No, not anymore. I don't have to stay here.
Easy.
Right. Stuff you gave me.
I'm sorry. I thought she was asleep.
Well, she's a fighter. She's still going on about this bomb thing.
It's a real thing. And so is my lawyer.
All right, make your call. The nurse will give you an outside line.
Good, you'll see. You'll see. It's true. It's true.
She'll be out for a while now.
Oh, Doctor, I'm glad I caught you. I'm here for my wife. I hope she didn't cause too much of a scene. She has these episodes. She drinks and she dresses up and she loses touch with reality.
Your wife is exhausted, Mr.
Armand.
Well, she really should be under a doctor's care.
Oh,
Mr.
she
Armand.
is. Most of the time, she's just fine.
Well, not tonight. She was quite delusional.
It'll all be over by morning. It always is. I'm sorry it took so long for me to get here. She went off when I was out, and I had to check all the local hospitals. I love her so much, and I worry.
Well, she's resting comfortably now.
That won't last. Let me take her home. If she wakes up here, she'll start to threaten to sue you and the hospital.
Well, on what grounds?
She'll say you admitted her without her authority, and she'll slap a malpractice suit on you. The last hospital had to fork over quite a large sum. They're still appealing.
Well, I see.
Even her own doctor says I handle her better than anybody.
Well, you would have to sign a release.
No problem.
I mean, you understand you're doing this against my recommendation.
I do. And I take full responsibility.
Oh, you, right?
Me?
You want to make sure I've got volume 2 of my memoir up my sleeve. So you paid Walter Trask? Give me a story to tell? I mean, why couldn't you have just asked me nicely over a chilly dinner?
Only Felicia can laugh about this.
Hey, Marshall, listen to me. I'm talking to you.
I'm listening, Felicia.
And you, Frankie. Frankie, honey, can you hear me? I'm sending you vibes that could stop a train. Please, please find me.
I'm trying.
And Lorna, baby. Please know I haven't had a drop to drink.
It's too painful. She had to stop. You know, Walter was coming up to the attic to probably force her to write somewhere.
She ends up saving our lives.
This woman is insisting on seeing you, Mr. Kramer. She says she saw Miss Gallant wandering on a road. She took her to a hospital.
Well, maybe that's where she was when she called us.
This lady also knows something about the bomb.
She does. Oh, please, come right on in. It's okay, Guard. Now, did you know that Miss Gallant was missing? Did you know that she'd been kidnapped?
Well, she tried to tell me. I thought she was crazy. The doctors did, too.
No, that's okay. That doesn't matter now. It's just that you found her. That's wonderful. What hospital did you take her to?
The county hospital on Route 15.
Route 15. All the way out there.
That's right by Trask's house.
Thank you for letting us know. Do you know how many prayers you answered tonight?
Amen to that. Let's get out of here.
You are a wonderful woman.
Yes, you are.
To my office.
Great.
Angela, what's going on?
Nothing. I didn't know anyone would see me, Matt.
Doesn't look like nothing from here.
Well, I mean, I just made a mistake and now I can't do anything to fix it.
Come on. What's going on?
It's true. I worked all these extra hours and then now I find out I won't even get paid for it. I didn't know overtime had to be approved.
Oh, well, our budget is tight at KBAY.
So is mine. That's why I was really counting on this extra money. You know, we have to be able to prove that we can support Louisa. That's the only way that we'll get custody. Tomas will never understand this.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Really?
Yes, but it's
Oh,
going to
that
have
would
to
be
wait
great.
for tomorrow. I have a telecast I have to set up. Here's a dry one.
I don't want a handout, Matt. I'll work extra hard. I really love my job.
I know you do. Go tell Donna I need 5 minutes on Good Day Bay City tomorrow morning. Go ahead.
Donna! Matt needs 5 minutes.
I'll talk to Matthew myself. I've got a message for you, young lady. There will be no exceptions to the overtime rule, with or without the fake tears.
I wasn't faking. I'm
You
really
were just
upset.
trying to make Matthew feel sorry for you.
He understands what happened.
And so do I. Don't try to pull the wool over my eyes, little girl. Do you understand me? I don't want to see you batting those big brown eyes in his direction again. Is that clear?
Yes.
Good. Oh, there's another thing I want to tell you. Women who are too old to have babies have been around the block. And they can recognize a crocodile tear or a smooth operator a mile away.
The woman I admitted.
Great, finally. Good. Her name is Felicia Gallant. All of the peculiar things that she said to you happen to be true.
Well, I was certain she was delusional. She reeked of alcohol.
What's her room number? We have to see her right away.
Well, her husband checked her out of here over an hour ago.
What? She doesn't have a husband. Didn't you check insurance cards? Didn't you ask for ID?
Frankie.
Well, she was so distraught I couldn't get much, and this man described her behavior so accurately, I believed he was her husband. He said his name was Mr. Armand.
Armand? Armand is the name of a hero in a book called The Pauper's Ransom. The man's name was Walter Trask. Did she leave with him willingly?
Well, she was sedated. I don't think she really knew what was going on.
Well, now, thanks to you, none of us do.
Correction. We know that Walter has Felicia. Again.
Walter. Don't be angry at me. I had to leave the attic, Walter. I was so frightened for you. I had to go and find you. I knew you were determined to do something dangerous, and you would risk everything
To get revenge on Marshall.
You thought you'd find me in the woods?
I tried to find the road so I could flag down a car.
Yeah, and leave me.
No.
That was very ungrateful, Felicia.
No, I wouldn't do that. I collapsed before anything happened. Strangers took me to that hospital. I never called the police. Walter, you believe me, don't you?
Why should I?
Because you know how I feel about you.
If I don't now, I will soon enough.
Where are you taking me?
Someplace safe. Where no one will ever find you.
Walter.
You're doing fine, Felicia. I'm taking good care of you.
We're still in the tornado cellar.
How was your nap?
Such a headache. How long was I asleep?
All day.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Must have been those tranquilizers they gave me at the hospital. Maybe the alcohol.
Probably, but you're going to be back with your friends in no time. You're doing okay.
Will I?
Mm-hmm. There's only one thing we need to do before I let you go.
What?
You know what, Felicia. The only condition is I have to like it. So, shall we begin?
This is, Walter's house, huh?
Yeah. The only thing we know for sure is that he kept Felicia locked upstairs in the attic.
It's mind-boggling. Does Ryan know we're here, by the way? Oh, yeah, I gave him a little hint, but just so he'd know to be on the alert.
Yeah, well, I don't give a damn what the police say. If it'll find Felicia, I'm ready to rip this whole place apart. That's gonna be a big job. It looks like Walter never threw anything away.
Well, the more info we have on him, the better. Something in here will lead us to Felicia. Has to.
I mean, any editor worth his merit would absolutely adore it. I mean, of all the possibilities, even for a sequel, by introducing a new character.
But Armand is dead. How can Rosamond live without him? She couldn't.
But Armand has been in 3 books already, and Rosamond, I think it's time for her to have new possibilities. Don't you think so?
I think it's time to listen to the original ending you came
Oh,
up with.
I think the new ending
Let's
is so
listen
much
together.
better.
What's the harm in comparing them? I'll tell you what, if this old one is as bad as you say, I'll go along with the new one. How's that?
I hope you guys find me soon. Walter is a real sicko. He's completely out of touch. You know, no matter how many romance novels I write, I'm afraid he's gonna keep me locked up in here forever. Walter, I don't think you understand. When I made that tape, I was a mess. I didn't think I was ever going to see my family again. It was
an act of betrayal, Felicia!
No, I have really come to care about you. Really.
I don't believe you. You've been lying to me every minute since I first took you in.
I was scared.
Yeah.
That's why I said those things. But now
I'm not falling.
I know
I'm not
you.
falling for another line. I'm not as stupid as you think I am.
No, of course you're not. I think you're a gentle, caring soul.
Don't say that! I'm as strong as Armand! And when I see a wrong, I want to right it, just like he does. I loved you, Felicia. Ever since I first read your novels, I knew you were talking just to me.
And
now,
I don't know if it was really you.
now,
but I
after I read
now.
this ending and I listen to this, I know you're out for yourself,
No.
just like Rosamond was.
If you just give me a little.
You let Armand down in his last hours, and I know if I let you, you'd let me down just like Rosamond did.
I wouldn't. I know about you, Walter. Please, please. Walter. You remember when you told me about your mother? And that she wanted to get help for you? I can do that. I can.
No.
Yes. Yes. Believe me, I can. Walter. You're not a bad person. You've made a few mistakes. And you know what? You know what? It doesn't make any difference to me because I like you.
On the tape, you said I was a sicko.
I know I did. I don't mean that. I said that days and days before I really knew you. You know what? Come on. You know what? You're a good writer. And I know if you'd devoted a little time to that, that you could be very good. Okay?
Really?
Yes. I think what we need to do first is that we need to get you settled somewhere. Somewhere very nice. And then I will come to see you every day. And I will read what you've written. Neither one of us have anything to lose and everything to gain. What do you say?
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Yes. You know what? I will make you your favorite meals. And, I could even read to you. We can have a grand old time. You can do this. I know you can.
Victorian restorations. Now, the old builders, they were real craftsmen. They wanted to make sure that their buildings were going to last.
I seem to remember reading that Victorians love to hide things.
They're probably thinking about the newel post at the bottom of a staircase. The families usually hid very important documents there, like property deeds, marriage licenses.
Newel post. Okay. Be careful, guys.
Heavy, baby. You got it? Oh, you got it. I got it. Okay. Hey.
All right.
You got it.
Marriage license. Penelope Windsor, Horace W. Trask.
This is a property deed, an addendum to deed. It lists all of the additions and outbuildings.
May I read that a second, please?
Yeah, what are you looking for?
I don't know, but if Felicia is on this property, this list might tell us where she is.
Chapter 12. Claudio doesn't capture Armand. Instead, he allows Armand to find his beloved Rosamond in Claudio's root cellar. He then locks them in, shouting if they must be together, they'll die together.
I didn't think you wanted anyone to die.
Oh, it's okay if they die, Felicia. They just can't die alone.
Scissors, a barn, and a silage pen.
Kennel garage, 2 privies.
A tool shed and a tornado cellar, but all of these must have been torn down years ago.
Not everything. Look at this right there.
The star-crossed lovers knew Claudio was right. The thought of starving to death was too much for them. Armand took Rosamond's face in his rough hands. He was the stronger of the two. He would take her life, and then his own. They would be together forever.
It may not be a barn, but I'm willing to bet we can find that cyclone cellar.
Marshall's right. At the very least, there would be an opening. Worst case scenario, a hole.
And you think he brought Felicia there?
It's as good as anything else we've got.
Yeah, I agree. I've had this feeling that Felicia's very close by.
You do see, this is the only possible ending. Don't you, Felicia?
For Armand and Rosamond? Or for us?
Does it make a difference?
Happy Halloween from KVOA TV4.
The star-crossed lovers knew Claudio was right. The star-crossed lovers knew Claudio was right. The thought of starving to death was too much for them. Armand took Rosamond's face in his rough hands. He was the stronger of the two. He would take her life, and then his own. They would be together forever. You do see, this is the only possible ending, don't you, Felicia?
For Rosamond and Armand? Or for us, Walter?
Does it make a difference? Crazy?
No.
Is that what you were going to say?
I wasn't going to say that. I mean, there's always other choices. There's always a way out.
I wish that were true, Felicia, but you and I both know that Marshall Kramer is out to destroy you, and I can't allow that.
Walter?
I care about you too much.
We could go on collaborating, couldn't we? Yes, we could find a new ending for our book.
No, I don't see how that's
we
possible.
We can make everyone live. I do. I have a wonderful idea. Please, Walter. Please, please, please. I mean, all the effort we put into our book. I mean, doesn't it deserve one last chance?
If Felicia and Walter are still on the property, this deed may tell us where they are. But all these outbuildings, the barn, the privies, the kennels, etc., they must have all been destroyed years ago.
I think I know what Marshall's getting at, the cyclone cellar, right?
Right, exactly. It's underground. It would have needed virtually no upkeep at all. Question is, where is it?
Close. I've felt it ever since we got here.
All right, then. Let's go for it. We have flashlights in the car. I'll take the back of the house. Frankie, you want to go west? I'll go east. If we don't find anything, we'll meet back here in 20 minutes.
Got it.
What do you say? Let's go.
Will you lay the bureaucratic garbage on us? Why don't you listen to us for a minute? We may have found Felicia.
Where? Our best guess is out in a tornado shelter. Marshall Kramer is out looking for it right now.
Are you telling me that there's more than 2 of you out here? Oh, that's perfect. That's just
come on, Billy. The 3 of us fanned out to look for her, and Marshall's the only one who hasn't come back.
All right, my men are pulling in now. They'll find all of them. I want you 2 to wait for me in the squad car.
Oh, I'm sorry, Billy. Hey, I am really sorry. But if Felicia is out there with some nutcase, I'm not going to sit around here waiting for another one of his bombs to blow up.
Now, you listen to me. That's all the more reason for you to back off and let us handle this.
Arrest me.
Me too. If Felicia's out there, we've got to find her before it's too late.
And although their families objected, they were married a year later.
No! Felicia! Oh, God! You're trying to trick me again!
No, I wasn't.
Oh, shut up! Just shut up! You don't think I'm a writer? You don't think I'm anything but a stupid fool? You were trying to escape. Well, just forget about it. We're in this
Don't do
together.
this, Walter, please
And
don't
we're
do
getting
this.
out of here together.
Don't do this. Please don't do this.
That's for me. Oh, Felicia. Why are you doing this to me? I knew I couldn't trust you. You're just like everybody else. You only care about yourself. Why, Felicia? Why does everybody do this? Everybody has betrayed me. I can't do anything. Everywhere I go, people do everything against me. Why? Tell me. Why?
Trask!
What? Oh, oh.
Marshall, the detonator, get it.
Too late, Mr. Drama Remover.
Trask, it's over.
Well, this isn't Corey Publishing. I don't have to listen to you, or Felicia, or anybody.
You listen to me. The police are outside.
Oh, I don't care about the police. Not while I hold all the cards.
That bomb is not going to right your wrongs. The police aren't going to go away.
No, but we are.
No.
Are we, Felicia?
Walter, please listen to reason.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I'm the crazy one.
You're the one holding the detonator.
Oh, don't pull that. You can't bully me the way you bullied Felicia, because I won't stand for it.
That's what this is all about. You think I did something to hurt Felicia?
You ruined her, and now it's payback time.
You know, you may be right. A lot of people have said to me that they thought it was wrong for me to push Felicia
They were right.
into the fire.
They were right. She was the best writer of romance fiction in the world.
All right, Walter. I bow to your expertise. I may have a solution if you want to hear it.
No more tricks.
No more tricks, I promise. What if I were to sign a commitment on behalf of Corey Publishing for 3 more Felicia Gallant novels? Romance, of course.
Only if we can write them together. That's the only way I'll agree, Walter.
Sure, those are your conditions. I won't fight it.
Marshal? Felicia, are you down there?
Find them?
Down there, I think. Hey, Marshal?
I've got a ticking bomb, kids. Don't come down here.
This is Captain Billy Cooper, Bay City Police. Walter, what do you say we talk this through?
You can take a flying leap, Cooper. This is my show. You understand? My show!
This is one of the nicest evenings I've had in a long, long time, Amanda. Thank you. And I'm sorry we didn't have friendship the first time around.
That's sweet. Thanks.
Get off my property, you hear me? I've got dynamite down here and I know how to use it.
Oh, my
Close
God.
that door!
Walter, listen to me. Now, nobody has to get hurt. With your help, we can work this out, okay?
I'm done helping people. Now it's my turn.
Billy, a lot of these old tornado cellars have back entrances or exits. Maybe there's something over by the house.
All right, I'll have my men start looking. Cass, look, whatever you do, keep him talking. Play this out for as much time as you can.
Walter. Come on, man. It's me you want, right?
Marshall?
Why don't you let Felicia go? Huh?
Because, I mean, if I hadn't coaxed her into writing Into the Fire, none of this would be happening right now, would it?
Bingo. I didn't set out to hurt Felicia. You did.
But you're hurting her now. She misses her family, Walter. And they need her. Why don't you open the door and let her go?
No, Marshall, I can't let you do
Felicia,
this. Please.
Walter and I can work this out. We can. And if we can't, then Walter, you won't have to die alone.
No. Please. You don't do it.
What do you say?
Please, no.
What do you say, Walter? Do we have a deal?
Where are you?
What the hell are you doing?
Taking a picture, looks like.
Yeah, really? Who do you work for?
Expose, do you mind?
Yeah, I do, in a big way. No, I want that film, and this should cover your costs. Is that clear? Please take the film.
Did he just say he was from Expose? Expose, that paper's a total rag.
I know, and that's why I paid for this. I mean, otherwise,
otherwise we would have been the talk of Bay City.
Not to mention Washington. But, you know, I think it's a good idea if we leave Amanda. Why don't you go ask Chi-Chi at the door to get us a cab, and I'll take care of this bill.
Evan, thank you. I don't know what I would have done if I...
Nice work, Tony. You almost had me believing I took the right film.
That's what you paid me for, isn't it?
Now all you have to do is make sure that picture is on the front page of the morning edition. I want Senator Harrison to choke while he's eating his oatmeal.
Can you hear anything?
I don't know. Move back, Frankie. If Marshall and Felicia come out of there...
If the bomb goes off, you mean?
You really think I'd make a deal with you, Kramer? Forget it. I know better.
Marshall's gonna let us publish together. That's what we want.
Don't start, Felicia. I should have done this weeks ago before you made a fool out of me.
I know Felicia very well, and I know she'd never make a fool out of anyone, especially someone she likes and she respects.
She hates me. I didn't know it before, but I listened to one of her secret tapes. Now it's too late. She took all my best ideas.
Walter, I'm sure your ideas are wonderful. You want to tell me about them?
Walter, this is Frank.
Oh, God! Who are these people? Oh.
Frank.
Oh!
Oh, you're dead.
Oh! You have a heart attack. Ian, why didn't you say something?
You're lucky I wasn't Trent or Evan. Imagine if they caught you going through the computer files.
You think Evan would warn you before he strikes? She hates me. I didn't know it before, but I listened to one of her secret tapes. Now it's too late. She took all my best ideas.
Walter, I'm sure your ideas are wonderful. You want to tell me about them?
Oh, God! Who are these people?
Marshall.
Felicia?
Cat, be careful, the whole thing could come down.
Felicia?
Call the ambulance.
Felicia? Honey, are you all right?
I don't know. Are you?
Yeah, we were able to dive for cover up there.
Marshall's unconscious. I can't get a pulse.
Is he breathing?
No, there's too much smoke in here.
Yes.
Yeah.
An ambulance is on its way. I'm gonna get the first aid kit from the car.
Good. Honey, it's gonna be okay. Do you hear me? Can you hear me?
Walter, is he okay?
You stay put. I'll check him out. He's unconscious, but he's alive.
Walter, he got so angry and he detonated the bomb. And Marshall grabbed it before he hurled it, and then he knocked me over and protected me. He saved my life.
Oh, honey, we were standing in line to save your life.
If you die on me, Marshall, leave me Kramer at the but I swear to God, I won't write one piece of the story. After that, I'll have to write brochures for Fab Farms or slogans for cocktail napkins. Please, Marshall. Please.
If you breach your contract, I'll haunt you forever.
You rotten, terrible man.
Marshall, you hang in there. We got help coming. You hear me? You hang in there. Just knocked the wind out of me. Oh, you're a lucky man. Felicia!
Drop it, sir! Drop it! I said drop it! All right, Trask. You got the right to remain silent.
Oh, God, what have I done? Oh, don't lock me up.
Say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You got the right to an attorney. Can't afford an attorney, one will be
The
appointed
ambulance
for
is
you.
here.
I'm fine.
No, honey, you're in shock.
Please.
They'll take Walter away and they'll lock him up for a long time.
He's injured, Billy.
Felicia, I was so afraid of losing you.
Gave you?
You must have changed it. None of them work.
Terrific.
This is gonna take a while.
Well, you have a while since Evan is away. Oh, Ian, wait. Arlington. When? What? Yeah, I'll be right there.
Ian, I'm sorry. I gotta go. What's going on? Where's my... Oh, no.
It's okay.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Okay. I know, so is I.
All right, guys, you can get him out of here.
Is that him?
Yeah.
How could you do this to
Lorna,
her?
don't.
How could you keep
Lorna,
her in
he's
here?
sick.
She's so
He's
sick.
No. Wait, Billy, please, can I just have a minute with him, please?
You know, I have violated more procedural law tonight than I can remember. All right, go ahead.
You forgive me.
Yes, of course I forgive you. But you have to do something in return.
Anything.
You have to get better, Walter. They're going to take you to a hospital, and I know you're afraid of that.
My mother...
I know, but this is different. I promise you. But you're going to have to do your part. You know, I meant it when I said that you could be a writer. You can. But that can never happen if you don't heal that part of yourself that did this terrible thing. Please. Please, Walter, do it for me.
I'd do anything for you, Felicia.
Be careful with him, okay? It's okay.
You're so amazing.
Yes, you are.
I'm going home to a wonderful family. He has no one. Nothing.
So how'd this happen? How did you guys find her?
Teamwork. Oh, don't listen to him. This guy is a hero.
Wrong.
The only reason your mother is alive is because this man risked his life.
How's our patient?
Oh, you look beautiful. You're not supposed to look beautiful. You just went through an ordeal that would kill most men.
He's trying to tell me he thinks I'm gorgeous.
When I want to pay you a compliment, I will.
Well, you've got a mild concussion, Mr. Kramer.
Oh, well, read my lips, Mr. Almost the Doctor. I am not going to the hospital.
Yes, he will do whatever he needs to do.
Well, you won't need hospitalization, but I want you to see your regular doctor tomorrow.
Okay, he can do that. Try not to scare the nice man. He's only trying to help you.
But I don't need any... All right, I'm sorry.
I think the scariest part of this whole ordeal was seeing Cass in a dress.
Hey!
Oh, come on. I think he's a very attractive woman.
Crystal came back.
As a redhead.
Well, he wasn't exactly an ugly woman. And he did help find one of our first clues.
But if you hadn't found that tornado cellar, Marshall.
Well, he came bursting in there like John Wayne.
Yeah, you keep this up and I will need a doctor.
Let's go see the doctor.
Yeah. Excuse
You
me.
know, Marshall asked Walter if he could stay and let me go. Well, Walter got so angry that he detonated the bomb. But just before Marshall grabbed it and threw it out of the way, he saved my life.
You must really like the way she writes, Marshall.
I like just about everything she does.
Thank you so very much. And make sure you thank Captain Cooper for us.
No sweat.
Great.
I want to thank you for something.
For what? Being the most wonderful wife in the whole wide world?
Not once during this whole escapade did you give me that look. Not even when I dressed up as Crystal.
What look?
That, uh-oh, is he having another manic episode look.
Ah. Well, that's because you weren't. This was just normal Cass craziness. And truth be known, I rather like you in a dress.
You do?
Yeah. Just imagine we walk into a crowded restaurant and rather than getting smoldering stares and lascivious leers, all the women are wondering why you don't wax your legs.
Oh, look at your hands. Are they hurt?
Billy says we can go now.
Oh, great. I'm about to go home. Take a nice hot bath and sleep in my own bed.
All right, I'm gonna go get the car, okay?
What can I say to you?
You don't mind.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you for saving my friend. Thank you for being here.
You. Are you okay?
Yes, I know.
Oh, we love you. Love you too. We'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I know.
Okay. Bye-bye.
So tell me, Mr. Look Down His Nose at romance fiction, what made you decide to become my hero?
You did. But I tell you something, you get yourself into another fiasco like that, and I may think of blowing you up. I think I've had about as much excitement as I need for one day. I want to go home to my chair.
Oh, my God, you still have that awful chair?
I miss my chair, I miss my bathrobe, my book, and my globe.
You find this really hard to believe, but I'm happy. Hey, she's out there, Evan, you know? You find her.
I've already found her. And I'm never letting her go.